So here's a pretty obviously unfinished race car. It's now July of 2021, and my competition's been racing for half a year. I haven't been. And so that's advantage to them. And I need to make sure that I stay on top of things and don't let them get too much better than me. So I do a couple of things. Number one, I've got this little Miata, and I occasionally will take that out for an open lap day or a track day. That keeps me on the racetrack and allows me to just kind of maintain that feel for driving. The other thing I do is I drive these shifter carts. Now, about 15 years ago, I got into the karts and I started with rentals, and I was like, I really like drag racing, but I'm kind of interested in this turning corners thing. I wanted to make sure before I started putting a lot of money into the turning corners thing that it was for me. Look, racing wheel to wheel is not for everybody. It can be really, really exciting, but it can also be a little frightening at times. You are in very close quarters with other cars at high rates of speed. It is not for everybody. It really isn't. And so before I decided to start spending that money, I wanted to make dang good and sure that I was going to be comfortable in that situation. So rental carts, and then purchased my own tag carts, and then moved on to shifters, street cars with good tires, open lap days, stuff like that. Those were all things that helped me decide that, you know what, I'm totally comfortable with wheel-to-wheel racing. If you're not comfortable with it, there's no harm in that. You can autocross, you can run time trial, high performance driving events. There's a lot of ways to go out there and, get your thrills driving fast. Now, what I like about the karts is that the karts, especially a shifter, are very busy. There's a lot of things that you need to focus on and a lot of things that you need to do to drive them well. And that translates directly into driving a race car. It really does. If the kart gets out of shape, you have to start developing what I call an assometer, which tells you the kart's out of shape. And you start to make those micro adjustments in your driving to gather the kart up before you lose control of it. And that really translates well into the race car. We want to be able to control the vehicle we're in. That's the whole point of racing. And we want to be able to control the vehicle we're in better than the guy next to us controls his vehicle. That's how you start to podium. So here we are, 21 videos into this deal, and I guess I'm just now really talking about the actual racecraft, the actual driving, and the development of skills, and thinking about why you really want to do this. It's a big part of it, really is. And I highly recommend, if you don't really have a race car and all you've done is just mess about on the street a little bit, get your butt to a track, try it out. Get on a track with other people, make sure you're comfortable with it. Rent a kart, make sure that you're okay with that motion. And, not only that, but it's going to give you an opportunity to really have a good time. So that's it. Here it is, July 2021. I'm still cautiously optimistic that this guy is ready to go September 2021, and we debut the car.